Hello, everyone. Wendy Ross for USTrotting.com. Joining me is a very special guest, one of my favorites, all the way from a hidden location at this point, driver of the year, Dexter Dunn. Dexter, thank you so much for being with us. And you know what? Just answer the question for everyone. Where are you? Where have you been? And what are you up to?
Hi, Wendy. Yeah, I'm in sunny Florida, taking a little time off and trying to work on my tan. Well, it's cold back in Jersey, back on the East Coast. So I'm enjoying my time down here.
Well, I'm sure you'll be back at it. And you know what? You certainly deserve a recharge. That's for sure. I think throughout the year, I think you race just about every night. And I even think to myself, man, Dexter, he stays at it. He works hard. And, you know, a little recharge is certainly, I'm sure, what you need.
Yeah, it's always good to, freshen up. And the season's long, but it's enjoyable at the same time. But sometimes you just need to, hit the restart button and get ready for another busy year.
You know what, I have to go back down memory lane a little bit. You know, you and I have talked many times throughout the last couple of years, but you and I actually met back in 2011. I was just starting at the Meadowlands, and of course you were over here for the World Driving Championship, and you came over for a couple months, and you know, we got to introduce ourselves very quickly. And then fast forward 5 or 6 years, here you come over here full time. You've been here going on over 3 years now. It certainly has been lucrative and successful for you. But take us back there quickly, just from all the way back in 2011 and to where you are kind of now.
Well, back then, Wendy, when I first met you, when I come over, it was a bit of a dream come true to come over. I was only 21 then, I think, so I was still pretty young. But going to the Meadowlands and getting to race horses was pretty special. And once I went home, I just always wanted to come back at some stage and have another shot and see how it went. So it was glad I did.
You know, Dexter, whenever we catch up with you, you're always so gracious to do an interview, win or lose. You're always smiling and, you have a good attitude. We actually awarded you the Harness Racing Fans of Mr. Congeniality Award. You know what? Racing's just fun. And, you just got to love what you do, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I think that's what's great about our industry is the people that are in it. It's full of great people and it's easy to have fun and, have a good time and that kind of stuff when you're at the racetrack or whatever. So, yeah, no, it's always got to try and, be happy while you're out there and make the horse go fast with it.
So many great horses that you've had the opportunity to drive since you've come over here in the last 3.5 years or so, and in earned opportunities, let me add. But, with the likes of Bettor's Wish, Manchego, Party Girl, Hill, it's just some really great names. I'm sure there's so many more that we could go into and on. Do you have a favorite or any that's really stand out for you? We know you always had that special connection with Bettor's Wish.
Yeah, Bettor's Wish, I really did. He was such a cool horse, and he was the first one really that got me going, and he probably deserved more races under his belt than he got, but he was just a great competitor, great attitude, and I think I said one time I'd love to take him to the pub and have beer with him. That's the kind of horse he was. So, he always gave it all, and he was really special.
Last year, you claimed the classy New Zealand dual millionaire, Chris and Meehan, for the tag of 30,000. Now, you and I, they did a little write-up on USTrotting, but you and I have never got to catch up about this. I really wanted to hear the inside story. I know he's a special horse to you.
Yeah, he was a great horse back home, Wendy, before I come here, and he won a lot of the major races in Australasia, and my boss, Crandall, really trained him through that, so I spent a lot of time with the horse, and, I just wanted to make sure he had a good home, and he wasn't thrown out somewhere by the end of his career. So I was more than happy. He was good enough to me. So the least I could do was get him and make sure he had a good retirement, Wendy. So it was an easy decision for me anyway.
What is he up to?
He's out in Ohio with Brett and Stacey Miller. He actually qualified the other day. He might have a couple of races before he hits the retirement paddock. But when he first got out there, he was out in the field, and after about 10 days, he was running around, kicking and bucking, and being like a lunatic. Probably was like he was when he's back in 3 or 4 year olds. So we decided to give him a little bit more racing before he retires, and he'll probably go do he's great to ride, so he'll probably end up being a riding horse out at a nice farm somewhere.
I think we see that so many of these horses, they're getting older, but they certainly don't know it. And, he was just an example of that. Now let's fast forward 2021, again, highlighted by a couple great names, Bella Bellini, Nikki Hill, and of course the great Manchego, who really put up a fight. She was retired, came back, but, she still took to the boys and was fantastic. Tell us about how you felt about some of those horses in 2021. And also the pacer Hammering Hank for trainer Brett Pelling. You took on the driving controls there late in the year, but I really like him. Something to look forward to at 3, maybe.
Yeah, well, obviously Manchego, I was pretty happy they brought her out of retirement and brought another year. So, and she started a year off great. It was a shame she couldn't finish the year, but still to get to sit behind her, she's such an amazing trotter to drive. So to get to sit behind her for a few more starts this year was awesome. And I mean, Bella started my year off like she won the Handball Oaks, which is special for Nifty and Dave Mary Ellen McDuffie. So that was cool. And finished the year with her, and I got Nikki Hill come along during the year, which was, you know, she's a very special filly too, what she did this year. And I'm looking forward to her coming up next year, and as well as Hammering Hank. He's an exciting pacer, and you know, really hit his straps late in the year here without having an overtaxing year. So I think he could be, you know, hopefully in for a good year as well this year.
Any goals that you set for yourself going into the beginning of every year? And like I said, are there any goals? And of course, if there are, what do we got for the goals for 2022?
Well, win as many races as I can. I guess win as much as you can. But you know, I think just try and stay sound, like you want a horse to, and happy, and make sure you're doing your best for your connections, really. But you can't beat those big days. You know, when the Handball Oaks on Hambletonian Day it's a great feeling. But I could imagine the feeling if you won the Hambo on Hambo Day would be even better. So I guess we can start with that, Wendy.
Are you doing any training down there in Florida? You know, you said you're just hanging out, but are you sitting behind any horses, or is this strictly taking a little vacay? And you know, when are we going to get back to work?
I haven't been out to training farms yet. I might pop out there one day before I head back. So I'm here till about the end of February, and then I'll be back in New Jersey, ready to go.
Well, Dexter, thank you so much. Congratulations once again on your third consecutive Driver of the Year title. You certainly earned it. And thank you so much for just being so great for the fans, and of course for all the connections, and especially to us whenever we need you or ask you for anything. And hey, we'll see you in Florida at the Dam Patch, right?
Yeah, will do, Wendy. It's always a pleasure. Thank you.